This is how I would learn paid media buying if I could start all over. I've done corporate work, I've done agency work, and now I'm a full-time freelancer building my own agency. My route to breaking into paid media was a little bit of a weird one, but in order to find out what I would have done differently, let's go back to figure out how I got here in the first place. I've been in digital marketing for over 17 years now, but I actually started out in PR when I was 25. Honestly, I felt pretty directionless at the time, stuck in a job that was boring, not really helping me grow. PR just wasn't the right fit for me. The industry itself hasn't changed much over the years, and compared to marketing, it doesn't lean as heavily on digital platforms or evolving skills. But here's where things changed. I saw an opportunity for the nonprofit I was working at to utilize Google Grants, which is a $10,000 a month in free advertising. So I applied and got approved. I then had to learn Google Ads from scratch. From there, I kept learning, piece by piece, and that Google Ads experience opened up so many different areas that I could learn. Organic social, paid advertising, analytics, email marketing, conversion rate optimization, and more. Over the years, I worked my way up and got promoted several times. Most of the time, it just meant they added senior to my title, like going from ad operations manager to senior ad operations manager. And eventually, I broke out of that pattern and made it to media strategist. That role felt like a real milestone, especially considering where I started back in PR making $40,000 a year. By the time I was a strategist, I was earning $125,000. Huge shift, both in pay and the kind of work I was doing. What I do now is work as a freelancer with growing businesses on their paid advertising campaigns. I work from home whenever I want. I usually get my work done in the mornings to spend my afternoon with my kids. This career has given me everything, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. If you're looking to break into paid media or learn digital marketing, you should definitely take notes and go research some of these areas. Let me clear up the difference between media planning and media buying. Media planning is the strategic process of determining where, when, and how to place advertisements to reach your target audience most effectively. What platforms to use, what budget allocation looks like, what is the timing of campaigns, what demographics you're targeting, what geographical locations you want to focus on. Media buying involves actually executing those plans, purchasing the ad placements. However, it encompasses quite a bit more in terms of figuring out what ad placements are going to deliver the best results, managing the actual campaign performance when the ads are running, and optimizing based on real-time data. You might think becoming a media buyer, the main thing to learn is campaign setup, but I'd actually argue that one of the most important things to learn is about analytics and performance optimization. Understanding what drives conversions and what your audience responds to in different types of campaigns is most important. The first thing to learn is analytics and performance optimization. You need to understand metrics like click-through rates, conversion rates, cost per acquisition, return on ad spend, lifetime value, and how all these metrics work together to determine campaign success. The second thing to learn is audience targeting. When it comes to audience targeting, I think one of the best ways I can get across how important it is the way that a B2B software company is going to target their ads is completely different to how an e-commerce brand is going to target their campaigns. Different audiences require different messaging, different creative approaches, different platforms entirely. The third thing to learn is platform fundamentals. You need to understand Facebook Blueprint, Google Skills Shop, and the basic principles and best practices that we apply to our campaign. For instance, the importance of conversion tracking, where you need to measure what actions users take after seeing your ads. Understanding how the auction system works, how quality scores impact your costs, how to structure campaigns for maximum efficiency. So you think that I'm about to tell you that you should learn all the technical aspects right away, right? Not exactly. Most people go about learning the foundations completely wrong. But there's a much better way. If you're just trying to break into media buying with no experience, who are you going to research? What campaigns are you going to analyze? You don't usually have access to real campaign data to work with. In addition to that, you're just starting out, you want to play around with ad platforms. You want that instant gratification, and that's okay. However, if hearing that makes you want to just jump straight into campaign creation, hold up. Jumping straight into campaign creation without any sort of logic behind it or strategy is going to result in probably pretty ads with unprofitable campaigns. Media buying with no logic or no foundation is useless. That kind of defeats the purpose of media buying in the first place. Here's my personal example of this. When I first started with Google Grants, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just throwing up ads and hoping they'd work. It wasn't until I learned the fundamentals that I could actually create profitable campaigns. I would really recommend understanding the customer journey first and doing a little bit of research there about the different stages that customers go through before making a purchase. For instance, the awareness stage is where prospects are just learning about the problem. Consideration stage is where they're evaluating solutions. And the decision stage is where they're ready to buy. I went through CourseCareers, I learned about CourseCareers, and I became a coach to help others land jobs. Working with students is so much more hands-on. You can go through real-world problems, solve them in real time, not just creating fictional scenarios like you'd get in a college course exercise. A quick example that always sticks with me, Willie from trucking. He took the CourseCareers digital marketing course, built a simple Google Ads portfolio, and stepped into a paid search role. Different background, same path. Fundamentals first, portfolio second, interviews third. A lot of people are learning, studying, and changing their career path. CourseCareers is changing the way that people start their careers without degrees. Many of their graduates don't have previous experience or a degree. They're using their course as well as their own skills and talents to get ahead in the job market, break into a new industry. For context, I have an undergraduate degree that I'm not using, and a master's in communication, which was helpful in some areas of marketing. But if I had to start over today, I would definitely take CourseCareers or some other hands-on training to learn digital marketing. I would also learn as much as I can about AI. I don't have a degree in anything to do with tech or marketing specifically, yet here I am years into my dream career. CourseCareers helps people like you start at entry-level positions without any prior experience. So if I can do it, you can do it. Online courses like CourseCareers are more agile. They can adjust to the times. Trade schools and college spend a lot of time on theory. It's hard to change the curriculum as industries change. Marketing changes so rapidly, you can leave college with no practical skills for modern marketing techniques. You get a free introduction to the course, teaching you about the career and what kind of people are suited to it. And then in the paid course, they teach you all the skills and knowledge that you need to be able to build your portfolio and land your first role. As you're learning, there's going to be some ups and downs. You're going to be discouraged, demotivated. You're going to find that passion again. And just keep pushing through because it's a skill that you can learn like any other. If you're wanting to make a career change, it's going to be a bit awkward at first. You're learning a new thing, and that's part of the joy of learning something new, is feeling like a complete noob. Embrace the first days and the first stages of learning something new because you only get to experience that once. In addition to skill building and portfolio building, CourseCareers also helps you to network, make those connections that you need to break into the industry. They help you to format your resume, your LinkedIn, how to find jobs, what to do in an interview, and when you finish, you get a certificate of completion as well as a shareable website portfolio of your work. You'll also be added to an employer platform where employers and hiring managers can find you, request interviews, and you can secure a job without actually having to directly apply to companies. Like I mentioned, CourseCareers has a free introductory course to learn more exactly how to land your first job in paid media with no degree or experience. I'll include the link to the free course below. Why companies want you to know paid media is because every business needs to acquire customers profitably. Whether you're working for a startup or Fortune 500 company, they need someone who can take their marketing budget and turn it into revenue. In order to begin actually working with ad platforms, you're going to need a computer and learn the advertising platforms. There's so many tutorials online. You've got Google Ads tutorials, Facebook Ads tutorials, LinkedIn Ads tutorials, TikTok ad tutorials. All of these kinds of platforms are what media buyers use in order to create their campaigns. They all function a little bit differently, so you can try them out and see what one you like working with best. Specifically, Google Ads and Facebook Ads are more industry standard. You see a lot of the job listings that are posted nowadays require you to be able to use these platforms. It's hard to manage campaigns effectively if you're working across different platforms without understanding how they integrate. If the job listing says we use Google Ads and Facebook Ads, then those are the ones you should be proficient in. I love working with multiple platforms. Look up a couple tutorials, and as you go through, you'll learn about things like campaign structures, ad groups, targeting options, bidding strategies, and creative testing. Once you have the basics of how to use advertising platforms down, you're ready to start creating your own portfolio. I'll tell you about my personal portfolio piece in a little bit. My advice would be to start with a business that already exists and look to create some campaign strategies for them based on their current marketing that you can see. Take a note of what their target audience might be, what their main value proposition is, what kind of campaigns they're currently running, what their competitors are doing. For me, one of my first portfolio pieces ever was working on the Google Grants campaign for the nonprofit. If you've ever worked with Google Grants, you know how specific the requirements are. I looked at their current outreach, took some notes on their messaging, found the opportunities where paid search could help them reach more people. I went and looked at their website, took some screenshots, looked at their current marketing materials, found the pain points that people were talking about in reviews or feedback, tried to create campaigns around that. So as I was studying and building up my knowledge, I used real business examples to create campaign strategies and add that to my portfolio. While you're doing your portfolio, you're going to naturally learn more about audience segmentation, budget allocation, performance tracking, and audience research comes up there when you're analyzing businesses and building campaigns for them. You're also going to learn about topics like keyword research, competitive analysis, creative testing, landing page optimization, conversion tracking as you work through real campaign scenarios. If you want to try something a little bit more unique or close to home or personal, you can try to come up with a campaign strategy for something that already interests you in day-to-day life. So you know when you're trying to find a good restaurant in your area, you could create a campaign strategy for local restaurants or something like that. That's something that I tried out when I was first beginning. It wasn't perfect, but it's just a learning process. Or just think about a business that you already use that you wish had better marketing, just to help them reach more customers. Those little insights about business opportunities are exactly the things that you should be looking out for. They're like little pearls of inspiration that you can turn into a portfolio piece. When you're creating campaigns, steal what other people are doing. Learn from what other people already know. When you're building campaigns, borrow ideas, borrow concepts, get inspired by everything you possibly can. Don't copy one-to-one, but you need to start learning from people who are already good at what they do. Absorb all that information. You need to be a sponge. And again, for portfolio pieces, there's no point reinventing what's already out there. Facebook Creative Hub has an amazing resource of ad examples and templates. Google Ads has a gallery of successful campaigns as well. There are industry reports, case studies, and examples that you can learn from and adapt for your own portfolio projects. There's no point sitting there trying to create everything from scratch when there are resources that people are sharing online. Learn from your fellow marketers and take that knowledge to create your own unique campaign strategies. When you're starting to build your network, there are a couple things I wish I would have known when doing this. As someone with little to no experience for starters, I wish I just understood how much asking for help can get you further. You don't have to pretend that you know everything, because let's be honest, you don't. You don't know everything, and acting like you do will only make people think that you're overconfident. It's better to just be honest. You're never going to know as much as a media buyer who's been doing this for 10 years. Just ask for help. Ask for advice. Reach out to some people on LinkedIn and ask if they'd be kind enough to review your portfolio and give some advice and feedback. Try to build that relationship with multiple marketers on LinkedIn in industries and companies that you're interested in working in. Eventually, they're going to see you grow as a marketer from their posts or your messages. They'll see your progress and they will keep you in mind for future positions. After applying, always reach out to someone in the company and ask them for advice. Reach out to a media buyer on the team of a company you applied for and ask them, hey, what does this team look like here? What's the media buying team like? Do you like working here? Do you have any tips for the hiring process? I've done that so many times. I've messaged people on LinkedIn asking for help on the hiring process or tips for the hiring process. A lot of the time, they're really willing and open to give me some hints, either of what the questions are going to be, or at least what I should prepare for in the interview. Reach out to the person in charge of hiring and let them know why you're a good fit for the job, either the recruiter or the manager or both. That's actually how I landed one of my first digital marketing roles. I met my future boss through a friend of a friend. We got to talking and he understood my skills and he created a position for me. Throughout the stages of learning how to create campaigns, the theory, the practice, applying to jobs, getting knocked back from jobs, you're gonna feel discouraged or demotivated, and that's okay. It's normal, it's natural, but just keep pushing through. Networking is the secret sauce. Most marketing jobs are given to people they know or through referrals. Applying on LinkedIn and Indeed is becoming just a giant waste of time. You've got to connect with people in real life. Be aggressive. Ask for recommendations. If you're interested in learning more about how to do this outreach to get inside these companies, CourseCareers teaches you step-by-step how to do this and even gives you the exact templates. If you're debating between taking on college debt or starting with something more affordable like CourseCareers, my advice is simple. Spend as little as possible up front and see how far it gets you. You might be surprised. Most companies care more about whether you can actually do the work and if you're eager to learn that about a degree. There are also plenty of entry-level roles that don't require tons of experience. Just get started, build momentum, and then decide if college makes sense. And if you do go, make sure you've got a clear plan and know exactly what benefits you get from it. Here's how I'd approach landing your first job in digital marketing. Start by taking some courses and grabbing certification. Google Ads, Facebook Blueprint, those go a long way. Then pick up small projects on sites like Upwork or Fiverr to get real experience. Use that work to build out your portfolio and polish your resume. From there, you can either expand into more freelancing or start applying for full-time roles. Here's the key. Build your portfolio with as many solid examples as you can. If that means offering to work for free in the beginning just to get experience, do it. Portfolio is what opens doors. If you want to go to the corporate route, you could be a CMO or CEO someday, vice president of marketing or marketing director, common paths. You work for yourself, you can be a business owner and do things how you want. That's not for everyone and will take some lean years to get there. The most important thing I learned to land my first job is definitely understanding Google Ads, and showing the capacity to learn other platforms quickly. It was a natural progression, but I quickly learned that I had a knack for digital platforms and programs. CRMs just make sense to me, for example. Also, definitely look into your local area to see if there's any career building days, digital marketing meetups, marketing functions, events, all that kind of stuff. It helps you build those connections to see what opportunities are out there that you didn't even know were there. Lastly, look for industry meetups or industry events. You'll find many you didn't even know are out there. It helps you build those connections and see what opportunities are available. This is a skill like any other. You can learn and change your career path at any stage in your life. No matter your age, no matter your experience, you've got this. I've known people who have broken into digital marketing and tech from all different kinds of backgrounds. From finance, people who studied law, people who studied psychology, people who just did art. There's so many avenues. Subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll see you in the next video.